I heard a quote the other day, and it says, I actually wrote it down. It goes, "There is no time like the right time."
Yeah, I like that.
And
I
I
like
go,
that.
and it goes, it goes. Actually, the real quote goes, "There is no right time. Sorry, there is no right time, just time, and what you do with it." Think about that. There's no time to just the right
Yeah,
time, what you do with it. Because a lot of people are always waiting for that moment. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, how many people are like, I need to save just the right amount of money, or I need to be able to have the right
yeah,
connections, right? They're always waiting for the right time to do
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And I've always, when I put something in my head, I'll
Mm,
figure it out. You'll
mm.
always figure something
So let
out.
me ask the question. Let me ask the
Yeah.
question then, Jeff. How has this experience with your son shaped how you run your businesses? Is it that whole thing about I'm going to do it because I'm not going to have a regret on it? I'm going to try. At least let me see if it can happen. How has that shaped how you run all your brands, your businesses, your podcasts, and all the things in which you do?
I mean, I've always had the mindset since I mean, I started my first company at 17. So I've always had the mindset of being an entrepreneur. I always had the mindset of I always had almost a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to prove everybody wrong. I always had that goal in my head. When I said I was gonna do something, I had to do it. And I've always been the type too that when I have a goal in my head, I tell everybody, and we talked about this, I tell everybody I know on purpose because I want to hold myself accountable.
But has it made you more empathetic with others?
100% more. Yeah, I was gonna get to that. It has made me 100% more empathetic, and it's also made me really re-strategize how I am as an entrepreneur.
How? Give us some examples.
When my son was born, I didn't know his outcome. So I had at that point, I had built some gyms, I've sold them, I had built some brands, I've sold them. I've always been the type where I build and sell, build and sell. I started in 2006, my brand Kimura, where we build, we design and manufacture boxing martial art equipment. The company became massive in Canada. We're the #1 brand in Canada. We deal with about 1,800 gyms. We sell wholesale right to the gyms. And the brand has done extremely well. It was doing extremely well. But I just kept going, work, build, work, build. But then it was that aha moment with my son. And like, if something were to happen to me today, if I were to get cancer, I would get hit by a car. When you walk out of that house every single day, you don't know if you're going back home. What do I have for my son? Because I didn't know his outcome. I didn't know his future at that point. I didn't know if he was able to
Wow.
work. And
Wow.
that pushed me towards figuring out, well, let me figure
Wow.
out a better solution. And that's when I started
Wow.
diving into building real estate as a portfolio. And I really dove into real estate, understanding that vacation rentals and commercial rentals, if I invest properly, they're going to bring me such a passive income. And I started building. And over the last 10 years, we built up to 10 properties. And these are all bringing passive income. If something were to happen to me, I mean, now my son's outcome in his future is turning out to be a lot brighter than we ever expected.
Yeah.
But at first, I thought if something were to happen to me, I want to be sure that they have an asset, and they have an asset that's going to bring them money. Even if he can't work, he'll have steady income. And I think that has really turned my understanding of business into more passive income, where I've built a whole bunch of online businesses that are bringing passive income. The podcast, I built it up to now, it's become passive income with our sponsors and with YouTube. So I've started to build all these things that are bringing these passive income. And the passive income, there's two things. One is protecting my children's future.
Yeah.
But second is allowing me now the freedom, the financial freedom. To
Indeed.
be an entrepreneur, your goal should be financial freedom. That's
Indeed.
all it should be. It
Indeed.
shouldn't be the nicest cars. It shouldn't be I drive a Jeep Wrangler. Why? Because it's convenient. I love off-roading. I love doing stuff. I could drive a nicer car, but I drive it for my convenience. You're being an entrepreneur to have the financial freedom to do what you want when you want.